guys and girls, and welcome to the GBA Team Builder for Week 8. We are facing the Real Marill, aka MegaMogwai, or Miguel, whatever you call it, the Spanish guy with the beanie. And yeah, he's not doing too well so far, mainly because he's like his focus is on Duelist, not as much as Pokemon as it used to be, but he still was the Season 4 champion, Season 5 playoff contender. You definitely can't underestimate him in any of these days. He may go back to his usual form, and definitely a scary opponent to face. He has a very offensive team, but we are only one game away from playoff contention right now, so every game counts. Like it's the most important game as usual. Like of course, every game is important, but sometimes games are a bit more important, and I would love to win with Miguel if I can say like that. That's what my main thing I want to do in the GBA was beating Miguel. Finally in GBA we had one Wi-Fi match before, like where I didn't even have a channel. He won that very closely, but yeah, I want to beat Miguel. Sadly we did not meet up in Season 5, but here we are now, and finally I can kick some Spanish ass. But yeah, like I said, his team's very offensive. Let's go over that real quick. He has the Gothitelle, the Weavile, the Mega Blastoise, the Roserade, the Goodra, the Uxie, the Registeel, the Striker, the Golurk, Primeape, and Talonflame. Let's see if I got something. Bang, 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 bang. No, everything on my list I just mentioned. But yeah, his most offensive threats to my team are, first of all, he has of course Weavile, but I'm not as scared of a Weavile. I have decent checks to that. But I'm most scared of are the Talonflame and the Goodra. Talonflame, the same with Staraptor versus Coop. I don't have any good flying resist. My best flying resist I have is Raichu. It's my only flying resist, and Raichu is not built to take many hits. And yeah, speed, could go for Flare Blitz. You know the deal. Talonflame is very scary. Be it just straight offensive. I'm a bit more scared of the bulk up little taunt variant. Yeah, we'll have to deal with that once I see the Talonflame, huge threat. And as next Goodra, my Dragon resists are the Aromatisse and the Scizor, and he has coverage to hit them both very hard. Be it Slash Bomb for the Aromatisse, be it Fire Blast for the Scizor. Goodra, once it's in, I have to predict around it. Like, you probably go for Draco the first time, or Dragon Pulse, something like that, but if he predicts right and just goes for Fire Blast on my Scizor switch, or Slash Bomb on my Aromatisse switch, I am in a world of hurt, like you say nowadays. But yeah, these are his most offensive threats. Of course, these other stuff like the Roserade, which is very scary. I don't have good switches into a Roserade if it's offensive. Same with the Mega Blastoise. I have Vaporeon, which can handle Mega Blastoise decently well, but like, if I would rank the biggest threats on his team, are probably Talonflame, Goodra, Roserade, and then Weavile, and all the other stuff he has. I'm not fearing as much as lower tier ones like the Scizor, Golurk, and Primeape. I can deal with those. And yeah, bulk-wise, like I said, his team is very offensive, so he's definitely not the bulkiest team, but he has the Uxie, which is probably, after Cresselia, the best check to Landorus you could ask for. Levitating bulky Psychic types, and he's like the second most bulky Levitating Psychic type. The only downside is he has no reliable recovery, but he still can like take any hit and would throw it in and rotate effect with an ice move, and yeah, World of Hurt for Landorus. But yeah, that's his team. A short analysis of what I fear the most. Let's go onto my team here on Showdown. First of all, we are Crawdaddy with the Black Glasses, Crunch, Arcojet, Dragon Dance, and Substitute. Enough speed to outspeed, what was it again? At +1, I outspeed max speed. God, what did I outspeed again? It was not Primeape. Primeape I already speed with less speed. Something that wants to speed creep my... Oh, god damn it. I'm very sorry. I totally forgot what the speed was for. It had a reason. I still want to be adamant to hit as hard, but Dragon Dance, what do I speed with that? I will probably look it up and put an annotation right here, because I just can't remember right now. I'm very sorry for that. But yeah, Dragon Dance Substitute. Crunch over Knockoff, because he has many dark weaknesses, and they will have Colbur Berries. Like, let's be real. He will Colbur Berry Uxie. He may have Colbur Berry Golurk. He has the Gothitelle. He has the... Oh, these three. But yeah, that's why I have Crunch, Arcojet for priority, of course, and that's basically all the coverage I need. If I get stronger, Water Hit would be nice, but basically I can hit everything with Crunch. His only Crunch resistance are the Weavile and the Primeape, and they are both not the bulkiest, and they definitely do not enjoy an Arcojet. That's why I only have these two. With the Dragon Dance, I can boost my speed so I can crunch even more things and don't have to rely on Arcojet, get my attack of course high, and Substitute is there because there's some things I could potentially set a Substitute on, like the Registeel, like the Uxie. I would have to scout for the set, but I think that Uxie will be more of a check to my Landorus. So I don't expect it to be have like have something for Crawdon, but I will scout for that, of course. There are some things I could have to substitute on, because the most times I can set up with Crawdon is when I force a switch with it. And then it's usually more safe to go for substitute than straight the setup, because maybe he goes to something I rather want to have 2 crunches with and stuff like that. So yeah, let's have to substitute Black Glasses, because like I said, he has no good crunch switch-ins. His switch-ins to wall attacks are like, there exist more of them, but crunch he doesn't have none, and I want to boost that attack. Next up, we have Mega Alakazam, enough speed to outspeed a max speed Talonflame. I know that speed, guys. Psyshock, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, and Hinpower Flame. Psyshock main stab, it does even more than Dazzling Gleam to a potential assault as Goodra. Focus Blast there for the Weavile, for the Registeel, mainly for the Registeel, and then in its Weavile of course too, and will just destroy it. Shadow Ball mainly for the Uxie, and Hidden Power Flying is there for, like, he has no flying weakness by Roserade, and Roserade can just hit with Psyshock. So why do I have Hidden Power Flying? Yeah, that's very easy, because if I trace Gale Wings from Talonflame, I basically get a stab vacuum wave from that attack. Like a stab vacuum wave has base power 60, same with Hidden Power Flying. I get a priority with Mega Alakazam, and I can hit the Talonflame decently hard with that, depending on the spread. If he's like fully offensive, it does like about 40%, so after rocks and a little recoil, I can KO that with the Hidden Power Flying, so I don't have to fear the Brave Bird. But it's kind of gimmicky, but I want to try that out. Like, having Hidden Power Flying with priority is very nice with the Weavile, so he can Ice Shard me. It's very nice for the potentially Scarf Primate, because I can hit it super effectively with priority, and of course the Talonflame. If I can get this very late game in on the Talonflame, and he like doesn't know why, maybe he just thinks I want to get some recoil on that, so it's in range for something else. Or he will probably be very surprised if I switch in Mega Alakazam on the Talonflame if I'm brave at range. So I can just Hidden Power Flying that and then potentially clean up with that. Like, outspeed everything and everything I don't outspeed, I have priority and Power Flying for. So yeah, a bit gimmicky, but the rest is very, very hard hitting for O's team. I'm modest, I don't need more speed to outspeed max speed Talonflame. I can't outspeed his Scarfers, which are most probably like the Primate, the Zepstriker, the Roserade. All these Scarfed I can outspeed even if I'm timid, so I just run modest for maximum damage output. Next up, we got Vaporeon, aka Vaporeon with Scald, Heal, Bell, Protect, and Wish. Very standard moveset. No item, that's very easily physically defensive, because I want to be my main check to the Weavile with no item at all. The knockoff is weakened versus me, so even SD Weavile won't be doing much to me, and I can Scald, potentially get a burn. You know, the DL Heal Bell is there for get rid of status, because there's many potential monsters which want to Toxic me, be it the Uxie, be it the Registeel, stuff like that. And Wish Protect, because I want reliable recovery, because I do not have the leftovers. I was very much thinking about putting Baton Pass over Protect because of the Gothtail. Gothtail in usual is like a very scary mon to face, because I have checks for mons, but they can easily get trapped, and he could have set that deals with that. For example, Vaporeon, I could imagine him like having Energy Balls, something like that to G with my Vaporeon. So I have to be careful about that, but I need the right recovery. Like, once the Weavile is in, I switch in Vaporeon, and I have to predict the switch into Gothtail mainly, if he brings that. The last games he did not bring Gothtail, so I'm very hopeful he won't bring that this time again. But if he brings that, I have to do some predictions, otherwise I will be screwed. But yeah, this is Vaporeon for your main check through the Weavile, and of course you can check the Talonflame. The Brave Bird does not too much, and Scald is of course super effective. Then it can, even with not being especially defensive, it can take the hits from Mega Blasters very well, because look, even though max physical defense invested, the special defense is still close as high, and with such a huge HP set, I'm of course immune to the Water Stab, and then you can hit me like the Dark Pulses or Sphere, stuff like that. I can take those pretty decently well. And yeah, same with Goodra. If it goes for Draco, if he has Power Whip, it may be a bit different of a story, but I can take the Season well too because of my physical defense investment. And yeah, Vaporeon is just a Vaporeon. He's fat, he's a water type, he can throw up Scalds and Wish and stuff like that. Next up, we have Romanchu, makes a comeback with the Choice Scarf, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Dreadnought, Hidden Power Ice, it's basically the same set I brought this MV, because that's just the best coverage I could ask for. Even with the Modest Nature outspeed, with this outspeed of Scarf Primate with 1 point, so very glad I could run Modest with this set. I decided to bring a Choice Scarf Raichu because his 2 electric immunities are the Golduck and the Zepstriker. Both are like very low tier, and I do not really expect him to bring them. He could bring them, but the other ones which are more likely to come. Let's say it like that, and then I still have Grass Knot for the Golduck. For Zepstriker, I will have to break it around, but Zepstriker doesn't do too much. It could definitely do work. Like a Zepstriker could definitely do work. It resists my Bullet Punch from Scizor, can go for fire attacks, has coverage for my Vaporeon, and yeah, so that could do work, but I don't really expect it. So I have to remind you, I will have to break around it, of course, because of choice. But with this, I should be able to outspeed his whole team. Of course, he can hit me with priority, like Ice Shot Weaver, Brave with Talonflame. I resist that, it still does a shit ton of damage, so I don't want to take those hits, but I should be able to outspeed his whole team. Because I don't expect him to bring like a Scarfed Weaver or a Scarfed, Scarfed Talonflame. There you go. He could bring Scarfed Zap Striker, but then he has the same struggle because I'm immune to Electric as well, so we'll have to predict around that. So yeah, if he brings Zap Striker, I'm more thinking like maybe a non-choice variant, so I can switch up to Fire moves with my Scizor and stuff like that. Yeah, I will see once the time comes. Next up, we got Spiky Mikey, and who would have thought it's a Rocky-headed Ruskin variant with Rock's Ride, Dragon Tail, Taunt, and Stealth Rock. This is my main check to the Talonflame. Like I said, Talonflame is a huge threat, and this it's the same I did for Staraptor versus Cooper, so it may predict that this may look like a Suicide Radagon to just switch in with Talonflame. Thankful, Talonflame is a lot weaker than Staraptor, so I'm not too 8KO'd by Brave Bird, even from Adam and Sharpbeak. I can just rock like the thing. Like I said, I'm a bit scared of like a bulk up Taunt Will-O-Wisp variant because that could deal with that very well, but that's why I have Dragon Tail. Before that I had Glare, and then I thought of, okay, what if he brings Will-O-Wisp? If he brings only Will-O-Wisp, it's not too much big a deal because Rockslide still does a shit ton, but if he's Taunt Will-O-Wisp and I can't Glare it, so, and can't Glare it, so my Crawler can out-prioritize with Aqua Jet, that could be scary stuff, so I decided to run Dragon Tail and not Raw because of course Taunt, stuff like that. And I don't want to set up a face, and if I can just get up Rocks and Dragon Tail him once, then he's already after Dragon Tail damage and Rocks damage, he's in range of an HP Flying for my Megalakazam, so that is nice. Yeah, like I said, it can take other hits as well. Taunt is there, so I can taunt the Regicy because I can't touch him with a set. He may be able to get a Brox with me or Toxic me or stuff like that. If I can taunt him, that won't happen. And Stealth Rock because I want Stealth Rock. He has a Talonflame and a Weavile. Stealth Rocks are a very nice thing to have. And as last, I was thinking very long which one I want to bring in my last spot. But Miguel is a very big fan of hazard stacking, and like you know, my team does not have the best, most reliable hazard removal, so I definitely had to bring one. So I was deciding if I bring Hitmonlee or the Scizor. And looking at his team, at first I thought, okay, Scizor, he has so many mons which gets fire coverage. Like be it Hidden Power Fire on the Roserade, Fire Blast on Goodra, Natural Gift Fire on Weavile once again, who knows. And of course, he has the Talonflame, it's a very good check to that, but Hitmonlee couldn't put in the work I wanted it to do, and Scizor was looking way more appealing with U-Turn, Bullet Punch, Roost, and Defog. Especially defensive, this I can take an HP Fire from an offensive non-Life Orb Roserade. I can take Fire Punches from Yuxi very easily, and it does about half. With leftovers Roost, I can potentially Roost stall it. And U-Turn Momentum, Bullet Punch priority is very nice for his team, and of course Defog, because like I said, Miguel is a very big fan of hazard stacking other opponents. So this time I am forced to bring, or I feel like I'm forced to bring hazard removal. That's why I have my Defog Scizor with me. But yeah, this is my team. It's kind of an iffy matchup, I gotta say. Like I have the Hit Power Flying Megazam, which I can definitely surprise him with, but it much depends on what mons he brings and how he plays and what sets they are. Like Talonflame, if it's straight offensive, or if it's like a more bulky with Bulk Up and stuff like that. Same with Gothitelle, does he bring it, what does he want to trap? Same with the Goodra, or Roserade, is this more defensive Roserade, is it more an offensive Roserade? It depends on that. There will be a lot of scouting, and it's a scary matchup. I don't actually brought Lando this time mainly because of Weavile and Yuxi, and he has other things which just can deal very well with that, and he will definitely have some things to prepare for Lando, so maybe I can catch him off guard with not bringing it. But yeah, this is the team. Let me know in the comments what you think of it and how the game will play out. Like I said, we are both doing not too well, but our player competition is on the line, so I will give my all. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow for the match. Hit me on Twitter, Facebook, all links in the description. Same, of course, for Miguel's links. I doubt you know me and don't know Miguel, so these links are in the description. Same with all the links for GBA, be it the Twitter, be it the channel, be it the t-shirt shop, where you can use the code GBA15 to save 50%. And yeah, that's then finally all, and I will see you for the match. Ciao!